Welcome to the Wild Type Podcast. I'm Lyssa Slizzards.
I'm Neptune Chameleon.
And we're your Reptile Girlies. Well, we just had a fabulous weekend.
Yay!
But before we get to that.
I just want to say another episode where one of us is sick coming out of an expo weekend. So
we shake a lot of hands and give a lot of hugs. And unfortunately, that means we get a lot of germs.
I know. So if I sound a little funky, that's why. Yes. And we may have to take a sniffle break because I have tissues sitting next to me just in case.
But I'm really proud of you for bringing the tissues because that was really smart and it's something I would not have thought of. Which is good.
You would have thought of it if your situation was my situation.
Bad as you are, yes. But luckily, we record in my house, so I always have them.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I just know tomorrow's going to be worse, so we're just recording today.
You should honestly try and take a day off if you can, because that would help you recover significantly.
I think I'm going to work from home tomorrow.
You should. You absolutely should.
I have too many meetings that have already been pushed out. It's a whole thing, so... I know work is not as important as your health. I get it, but, you know.
But you can also work from your couch in your cozies.
That's good enough for me.
With your box of tissues. That's very important.
Yeah, no one wants to be the sick person in the office.
Yeah.
I literally got in the elevator today, and this lady sneezed without even, covering her nose or anything.
Did we learn nothing from COVID?
I was like, we're in an elevator, ma'am. This is a confined space.
Oh, my God.
So for the next, however many floors, I have to be in here with your germs.
That's wild. I don't understand because like I said, sorry, I'm also adjusting our mics because per usual, post-expo season, we have to adjust our whole little studio.
Yeah, we travel with them. So we take the whole set apart, travel with it, and then we have to reassemble it. So if things are a little wonky, I think we did pretty good this time.
I know. I think we're getting better. We're getting better at the reassembly of the studio. But so if it looks wonky, that's why.
Okay, back to your thing now.
I have been holding on to the story for a week and a half.
What time did you text me? It was late.
It was late. It was a 10 p.m. situation.
And you're like, you're not going to believe what happened.
No.
But I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to wait for the pod.
It's very important. And then Logan almost ruined it downstairs 5 minutes ago, and I nearly killed him.
Would I have just been a witness or an accessory to murder? I don't know.
I think just a witness. Just a witness. I wouldn't have allowed you to also contribute.
But someone has to help with the body.
Yeah, true.
Then I'm an accessory.
You're an accessory. You will always be an accessory. Let's be real.
No, okay. Logan is in one piece, to be clear.
He's fine. He also did a lot of work for us this weekend, so he's okay.
He has a lot of karma points that he can cash in.
Yes, he 100%. Okay, so
I'm ready.
This
safety first. Buckle in.
This literally it shook me up for 24 hours. So the other night, this was on I think a Monday or Tuesday night.
This was Labor Day.
Oh, this was Labor Day. You're right. It was Labor Day. Okay. So Labor Day, this is coming out way after the fact, but so Labor Day, we were outside throwing the ball with Campbell because he's a nocturnal puppy and he always wants to throw the ball. So we were outside. We came in to the house and I rounded the corner from the kitchen and I was headed towards the bedroom.
Okay.
And
I know your house well enough to know exactly where you are.
The Reptile Girlies do not. However, let me set the stage. There's our stairs to the left. There's a little hallway and there's a rug. So I get about halfway through this long rectangular rug and I freeze in my steps because I'm looking at our vinyl plank floor right in front of the stairs. Mm-hmm. There is a wolf spider, which I love wolf spiders. If I find them in the house, I usually pick I
don't know what a wolf spider looks like.
It's a pretty big spider. I would say this over bigger than a $50 coin, right? A pretty big
size.
Spider.
Okay.
Good size spider. These are also the species of spider that keep all of their babies on their back, right? The babies were not on the back. The babies were already everywhere.
Which had to have been a lot, right?
Spiders
have a lot of babies.
Everywhere. And let me be so clear. We love bugs in this household. 99% of the bugs in this household like remain in the household.
Our roommates.
Our roommates, sometimes they get names. If they are too big or they're freaking me out a little bit, I will carry them outside. We love bugs in this household. I saw thousands of babies, and they had clearly just left their mother's back and were starting
where
to
they disperse.
And there was probably a like 18-inch diameter that was growing. No, I did not have time to take a picture.
I wanted evidence.
I cannot even express to you. I think I might have taken a picture of the mama once we got her in it. Okay, let me continue.
Yes. Okay.
It was about an 18-inch diameter of the babies that were dispersing, and it was rapidly getting bigger.
Okay, real time happening.
Real time happening, and I just so happened to round that corner right when that was happening, and I am so lucky that I spotted it before I stepped in it.
Were you wearing your slippers?
No. You
usually wear your slippers.
I know. I was not.
Oh, no.
I panicked. I scream at Logan.
I've heard you yell Logan's name because there's like 2 floors, right?
We yell at each other's names a lot.
So it's a lot like Logan. So I know exactly, except for I can hear in my head an extra shrill at the end of it.
Yes,
you're like
100%. So he comes running in. I have already bolted backwards into the kitchen, grabbed a. I'm just going on pure instinct.
Yes.
I have no ability to do anything other than pure instinct.
You're not trained for this?
So I'm screaming. I do the classic, Logan! And then on top of that, I'm yelling at him. I'm immediately go into emergency mode. Like, you don't want to mess with me when I'm in emergency mode.
It's really impressive, actually.
I immediately take control, and I'm more efficient than I've ever been in my entire life. And so I am yelling at Logan. I'm like, get something to put the spider, to cover the spider. Get a Tupperware.
You're barking out orders.
I'm barking out orders. My immediate instinct is to take all the paper towels. I'm so sorry to all my bug-loving friends. I also love the bugs. I immediately started squishing all of the babies. There was literally no other option, okay? Otherwise, there were going to be thousands of wolf spiders.
How big were the babies?
Oh, microscopic. Can't even see them.
So even if you had, like, containerized them, put a bowl around them, they would have popped through there.
I cannot even express how impossible it was to containerize these baby spiders. It was all or nothing, kill or be killed. Like, it was.
Because once they're in your home,
yes. And here's the thing. If they're in the walls, I don't care. I don't see you. I don't care.
You don't want to be on your couch, though, feeling crawlies.
No. And so I don't care. As long as you're out of sight, or I can tell that you're, like, capturing the other bugs and you're, like, a good little citizen in my home. Like, I'm so good. But this was one of those situations where I just went off of, like, pure instinct. And I am not a squish a spider person at all whatsoever. I don't squish the spiders. I even saved the mom, okay? I saved the mom and I released her outside. But the babies, there was no going back. Like,
it's like a bad game of whack-a-mole.
100%. I'm moving the mic because it's the only way to explain this. I literally had paper towels in both hands, and I was just, it was pure panic and anxiety.
I assume Logan's doing the exact same thing.
I am skilled under pressure. That man is not. So it was.
Where's Campbell in this?
Oh, we kicked him outside.
Okay.
I told Logan, I was like, do not let Campbell in here. Like, that was one of my directions that I was screaming, because I was like, I don't know what
the dog. Manage the husband. Get rid of these babies.
Get paper towels. Get a Tupperware. Like, I had no other option. It was pure instinct and anxiety, and I have never felt grosser afterwards, because I just murdered thousands of baby spiders.
I'm also like, the adrenaline.
No, it
coursing through your body.
I was on such a high afterwards, not like a good one, but just like I can't calm down. And like, I had to shower afterwards.
Like, fight or flight. Yeah.
I had to shower afterwards because I was covered in squished baby guts, which was heartbreaking.
You probably sweat because you're like,
and a lot of sweat. It was probably one of the most terrifying moments of my life, if I'm being so for real.
But like, the timing.
Crazy.
Had you walked in
any other, like, I would have either missed them and they would have been all in my house.
Yeah.
Or like, it would have just been the mom spider and it would have been fine. But like, The timing was crazy. I literally was watching them pile off the mom's back, and I was like...
And I've watched Charlotte's Web a lot. I know they will lay a lot of babies.
It was...
Is lay the right word? I feel like lay is the right word.
I think so.
Because they like hatch
they have
them.
an egg sack.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Hatch a lot of babies, have a lot of babies. And then they're like...
I'm like getting stressed like thinking about it. Like it was terrifying.
But that's something you don't even think about.
No, I never would have thought of... Well, and here's the thing. When, like, at least growing up where I've grown up, like, wolf spiders are very, very common. So, like, I know that if you see a wolf spider, you don't squish it because it likely has babies on it and you don't want to disperse the babies. Mm-hmm. So funny part, when we finally like when Logan was running in the house to my scream, he thought that I had stepped on it and he was like, don't step on it. I was like, they're already everywhere. Like I was
We're past the point.
I was like, you don't even understand how bad this is. There's nothing we can do. It's too late.
The bomb has gone off. We are now just managing.
It was one of the crazier things I've ever witnessed in regards to like animals or insects or like whatever, because I've heard of people stepping on them or squishing them and then the babies go crazy, which at that point it's like your fault. What did I do to deserve this?
That was just bad timing.
Except give them a home and not kill them. And so, yeah, we put the mom in our alleyway because I was like...
I don't know if my brain would have processed it as quickly as your brain.
It was so
Given
fast.
that I'm not as familiar with wolf, because I'm imagining seeing a spider, which would have startled me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Just because they're in my home. Yeah. I'm like, whoa, where'd you come from?
And that's what stopped me was I saw the mom and I was like, oh. And my immediate instinct was, oh, okay, I'll just go get a cup, put it outside, like whatever. But then I looked closer and I was like... Oh,
but if I had just seen all these specks just that's coming off of it.
It was microscopic flecks.
I think it would have taken me a little bit to, I don't know, because I obviously wasn't there. But like, I don't think I would have reacted as quickly because I would have needed more time to process like what is actually happening. What are these specks? And then going, oh, those are babies. And
I'm lucky that I have like a childhood of like seeing a lot of these. I also grew up, I think we've talked about this before, but like camel crickets. I like grew up with those guys in my house. And so I'm very used to like bugs, and I was always the designated like bug getter in college. Like bugs have never really super freaked me out.
Yeah.
And so like I've always been kind of like a bug saver. Like that just has never been an issue with me. But like,
what are your opinions on the big roaches?
Like
wild roaches.
the hissing cockroaches, the crazy ones. Those I do kill. Mm-hmm. If they're in my home, I will kill those.
Yeah.
Which I don't love, but they're so fast. It's like really hard for me to like.
And they live forever.
Yeah, and they live forever, and they'll just find their way back. So like that's probably the one bug that I do kill.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those.
No.
But like, thinking of my boyfriend, like I'm like, how would he have reacted in that scenario? Because I also am
Fabulous
like
question.
an order barker, right?
Oh,
I'm like, boom, boom, boom.
No,
here's what we're doing.
I'm immediate.
I need you to just like be my sous chef, and get in line, and just take the order.
And if you don't listen to me, useless. You get out of the kitchen.
Go hang out with Campbell.
Get outside. If you can't immediately help, and if you can't react to my quick reactions, get out of here.
Because like that's where I give Logan kudos, right? Oh. Like, well, he's not one to
right.
Because I know you both well enough that I can see Logan going like,
That's exactly what it is. But then, and I also ragged on him because the Tupperware that he got was kind of useless. He got like a flat, long Tupperware, and I was like, bro, and it was already on the spider, so it was done. And so I was like, do you have a folder? Do you have something thick that we can slide under that large and wide Tupperware, my guy?
Right.
Because that's
a big
what we
surface
need.
area.
And he was like, oh, just get a piece of paper. Nope, that's too thin. It's not going to be sturdy enough to lift up. And I'm like...
You're like, as someone who has relocated many spiders.
Many a bug. I've relocated many a bug. You want a square or circle that is equidistant.
Take notes.
Take notes. So that you can stick a piece of paper, or typically cardboard. That's ideal. But we like searched the house for like 10 minutes looking for like a manila folder or something that we could like slide under, because I was like, because you chose the wrong Tupperware. So like,
but I can't be mad at you because we're all just in a moment of distress.
And you did react quickly, so I'll take it.
No, but I do think it's important, right? Because I'm like, things happen quickly. Like, even when you guys rescued Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, you immediately, like, took action.
And he was mildly annoyed that time.
It's only because he had work. If he didn't have work, I feel like he would have been like.
He also literally had a a career conversation with his boss in 15 minutes, and I was chasing a dog on instinct.
Right. So it was more so than like the actual. If it was a Saturday afternoon, he would have been
all in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was literally just the fact that he was like, I have
it.
a call with my boss in 10 minutes and we're chasing a dog. What are you doing?
Yeah. Hey boss, can I have to
he literally like slacked him and was like, hey, my wife's chasing a dog. I'll be there in 15?
Question mark? Because we don't know how long this is going to take.
Yeah, no, I'm very
wild.
I'm very much the instinct reactor in the relationship. And it served me well this time because I'm telling you, if I had not gotten all those babies when I did.
Do you feel confident that you
I do think that some scurried under the stairs.
Okay.
So
I'm going to call you the Spider Slayer.
Yeah. Which I don't like. I don't want.
Only because of the alliteration.
I don't want to be the Spider
Slayer.
No,
I know.
Actually,
but you saved the mama.
I saved the
She'll
mama.
She'll have more babies.
I just there was no saving the babies without them crawling all over me.
No, truly. There was
no.
Because even if you think about it in hindsight, right? Because obviously in the moment you do the best you can.
Oh, it was pure instinct. I was like, I'm squishing.
But even in hindsight, I can't think of unless you vacuum sucked them all.
I did, but we literally didn't have time to get out the vacuum.
Right. It would have had to be sitting right there, and you just suck them all up, and then we
did think about that, and we
stick
did
them outside,
and we did vacuum after the fact because I was like, now their bodies are everywhere. So we cleaned the whole floor. It was, guys,
the murder scene,
and this was at 11 o'clock at night.
That's what I'm saying. You text me pretty late, and you're like, you're not gonna believe what happened.
And she's
Except for you said it in a panicky way
because I was so panicked.
So I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah,
I was genuinely concerned. I'm like, are you in the emergency room? Are you okay? Is Campbell okay? Are the reptiles okay?
She's like, do I need to go and check on Campbell? No, it's
I'm
fine.
like, are we good?
We're so good.
You're like, I'm okay, but I'm not okay.
Yeah,
I'm physically fine, but I'm mentally not good.
That's literally how I felt for 2 hours after. I didn't really get to sleep because the adrenaline had my heart rate up so high. I was like, and I'm really not super afraid of spiders either. It was just the panic.
Sheer quantity.
It was the sheer quantity that really freaked me out. I was like, so anyway, that's the story I've been sitting on for over a week.
Wow. I'm going to need 2 or 3 business days to process that.
I know.
Also, I'm now going to be laying in my bed and be like, is there a wolf spider?
Oh, we were
in my house right now.
We were absolutely laying in bed being like, I don't feel clean.
No.
I'm so.
Well, you physically are gross.
Yes.
But then also emotionally,
yes,
you are the Spider Slayer. So
which is. It is.
That's really hard to deal with.
That is hard for me. I didn't I don't kill spiders in my house. I don't kill any bugs except cockroaches. And I don't even see those often enough for it to be actually in this household, I have not killed any cockroaches.
My house gets them.
Okay. I've seen a couple scurry in the garage, but I only kill them.
No, mine come into the house.
Really?
And those suckers fly.
I've found a couple of dead ones in this house, but I've never found an alive one. And I have one of my apartments, I did get a handful of them and I did kill those, but I haven't killed any in this house. And I've seen them twice in the garage, but they've scurried so quickly that I didn't worry about it.
I've gotten 2 this year.
Yeah.
One flew in through my slider door when I was letting Ember out for last potty. I was on the phone with someone and I legit screamed. I was like, mostly because it flew at me. And
yeah, that's a very fair reaction.
I was like, well, I can't go to bed knowing that you're...
Given the reaction I had to this,
flying around.
I understand.
Anyways. Wow.
Yeah.
What a story.
It was a lot. By now you've heard us talk all about Scratches, the social app that helps exotic pet owners like us find their people.
You can add photos of you and all your scaly babies, set your filter to reptiles, and start scrolling through your local pet parents who get it. Think of Scratches as your way of avoiding the ever-looming "so do you have any pets?" question. Whether you're looking for friendship, romance, or someone who can pet sit your critters, your community is just a new match away.
Download Scratches today and start connecting with reptile keepers in your area. Available on iOS and Android.
'Tis the season for reptile expos. Our partners, Pangea Reptile, have some upcoming shows for the month of October.
NARBC Tinley is their biggest one. I cannot even express to you guys how cool it is. They set up the whole area. It's literally like a little storefront. That is going to be on October 11th and 12th. And then they also have the All-American Reptile and Plant Expo in Castle Rock, Colorado. That's going to be the weekend of 10/24. Also have one coming up in Scottsdale, Arizona, the weekend of 10/31.
Do you sell reptiles? Be sure to check out the Palm Street app, a place where you can have your very own live auctions to help find your reptiles amazing homes in a community full of thousands of reptile lovers. To apply to be a seller, go to page.palmstreet.app/reptile.
They prioritize ethical breeding and trading practices, ensuring all reptiles on their platform come from responsible sources. Once approved, Palm Street's reptile team will guide you through every step. From setting up your reptile shop to going live for the first time, you'll get hands-on support to sell confidently, safely, and responsibly. So, anywho, we can...
Where do we go from there?
Yeah, like now we can go to the expo where we saw bugs for fun.
Oh, yeah. Very expensive bugs, by the way.
Very expensive.
You can pay to have those in your home.
Yes.
Then you can buy to have feeders. You can have hundreds of roaches in your home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, thank you. First off, thank you.
Yes.
Like anyone who came out. So we went to NARBC Dallas. We love doing the NARBC shows.
Mm-hmm.
Totally hear you guys. Like, people are always like, oh, come to this show, to this show. Like, we try to go to a few a year. Please be mindful. We have day jobs, which means we have to take PTO.
Yes.
Which is
not fun. Yes.
In order to go to these shows. But they're worth it every single time.
Absolutely.
So this was NRBC Dallas. We had the opportunity to vend as well, which is always different for us. Because then we have our booth and everything, which is why we had to take everything apart, travel with it, and then get it all set up. I thought this was a really good show.
I thought it was a great show.
Like attendance wise, I thought it was like very steady. It felt good.
And we did this one in, was it March? March
Springtime.
or February, springtime. So we did this one in the spring as well. And I think it's always interesting to kind of like compare them a little bit. I definitely think that this one was good, but it is interesting because I heard us a couple times, this one being like, this one was just as busy as the last one, but the busyness lasted like a little bit less time. If that, like the rush was like a little bit less.
So if you're not like wanting to be there when there's a bajillion people, you gotta come after lunch, basically after like 1:30.
Yes, yeah, 100%. That's correct. I was gonna say, or super early, get the VIP.
Get the VIP.
Yeah.
Once it opens to the general public, which is usually like 10, 11 a.m. depending on the day, basically until like 1:30.
You're slammed.
It's just packed with people, and that's like, which is why we don't eat.
Yeah, we literally don't eat. I had like a hot dog like behind our sign, trying to like snack on it in between like meeting people. Like it's always chaotic. So like we try to bring snacks and try to like remember to eat, but it's hard.
No, it was good. As you guys know, we have the new merch designs. They are available on our online store. So if you didn't snack one at the show, like they are available along with, they come in hoodies, crew necks, and different colors. So please take advantage.
Yeah, even if you were at the show, check out the online shop too, because like you said, there's hoodies, there's
also
crew
hats,
necks.
There's like tumblers,
mugs.
There's other things in there as well. But we had new designs, which is always exciting because like we worked so hard on those.
Yes, we did.
We had a whole coffee shop like powwow of like what designs are we gonna do. Lots of late nights working with Logan on stuff. Plus like we like work with a vendor to get them like made ahead of time. So like it's a big investment on our part.
Yeah, we have to order the shirts and we have to hold the inventory for the whole year, right? So that's always a big thing too. So
but we had such positive results on, or response I guess, on the shirts. Like people who walked by like pointing to the shirts of like, oh my gosh, that's so cute, or oh my gosh, that's so clever. Like the nails and scales, a lot of people thought were cute and clever. And then I would use that as an opportunity like, we're like a girly reptile podcast. We love talking about our nails. The amount of times I grabbed your arm just to show people your nails.
You're like she was like moving my hand around.
She's in like full conversation with someone.
And she's just like,
I'm like, I need your hand.
And so I'm like talking to somebody like to my right, and then she's got my hand to my left, and I'm just like, not even looking.
Look at her nails. Just to like really hit the point home that we're like nail girlies.
Yes.
But those were cool. The Bite Me,
yes,
we knew was going to be popular.
We knew it, yeah.
But the most popular design was actually the Reptile Girly shirt.
I know.
So we sold the most of those, and that's the one that has the definition of a reptile girly, which like I would make people stop and actually read it.
I did too. I did it. It goes, there was at least like a couple girls who were like, oh, I think I like the reptile girly. And I was like, oh, did you read it all? Like, just because that's the one that I think we had the most like emotional investment in.
For sure.
Of like, we like wrote that definition like a couple times, and like I think you had your mom read it, and like we tweaked it, and we really wanted to get that right, because and now it makes me want to read it out loud.
Oh yeah,
so
this is a perfect time to.
I'll read it out loud, because I personally think that we did such a good job of making it really represents.
It captures what a reptile girly is.
Thank you. It captures what a reptile girly is. I think it's very big for like me and like my inner child, because like I relate to it so much. You relate to it so much. I think every reptile girly relates to it, and it's just like it's just perfect. So let me just read it.
It was also, I think, the most popular design with like the younger girls. That one, and then like the lavender one that we just have the logo. I think they like that purple's stunning.
I am obsessed with that purple. It is so gorgeous.
Yeah. So I think those two, but like the Reptile Girlies one, I think a lot of like younger girls really wanted that
for
one,
sure.
So.
Okay, so here's the definition. So if you haven't seen it, it says reptile girly, and then it's got like the pronunciation on it, and then it's got the definition of what we think describes a reptile girly. And it says, often misunderstood, she fearlessly loves critters with scales that hiss and is commonly found in her reptile room wearing sassy snake prints. Be warned, she's likely to chat you up at random about her scaly pets and not care if she has substrate under her polished nails. She's just the wild type of girl. And that's really everything that we wanted to say. And it's, I don't know, it just means a lot to me, and it's very sweet. And I think it resonated with a lot of people too.
Yes. Yeah. And something special we did this show as well. We always do our smile wave clip with as many reptile girlies and guys that we're able to meet. But we also had the idea of like asking you guys, right? Anyone who came up to say hi to us, who are like our avid pod listeners, who like truly know what we're trying to do and like are part of the community. Like, what does being a reptile girly mean to you? And some of them, they felt comfortable being on camera. Some of them, they didn't. But to hear firsthand from you guys is one thing, which was like so magical, so special.
Magical is the perfect word.
But to feel the emotion and the feelings behind the words is like, because we see the comments, guys. Like, we read every single one.
Yeah.
But to like see someone like visibly get like
choked
teary-eyed or get goosebumps or like have a like physical and emotional reaction to describing what it means to be a part of this community and to be a reptile girly, like truly will never get old.
It'll never get old. I could hear it a million times, and it always gives me the same emotional and like physical reaction of just chills.
Everyone has their own experience.
I know.
Right? Whether you're the mom who's got the like daughter who's into reptiles, like whether you're the weirdo in your friend group, right? Like what, like the very first sentence is often misunderstood. And like that doesn't embody what a reptile girly is. It's not that you're not understood, but often misunderstood. But like here you are understood. And like that's so cool and so special.
Well, and the way you just said that too is actually really cute, because it just clicked in my brain for the first time. Often misunderstood is also super applicable to the actual animals themselves.
Yes.
Which is really special.
Yes.
Which is probably why a lot of us relate to them.
100%. They're the oddballs. They're the weirdos. They're the ones that like don't necessarily get as much love because of whatever, you know.
All the things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So like stay on the lookout for our socials at the Wild Type Podcast on like Instagram, wherever, because we'll post those for the people who like did feel comfortable being on camera.
Yes. So it's just really special every time we get to see you guys. And it's at the point now too where there's like quite a few reptile girlies that we've like met in person multiple times, and it's like we're starting to like become like so much more familiar with you guys and like get to know you better, and like it's just so special, and it truly is why we go to shows.
Yeah.
And we say this all the time, and I don't think there was anybody this time that messaged me and was like, I was afraid to say hi. Like I really hope that we are like putting the energy out there of
and
like,
I'm so
we
proud.
want you to come say hi.
I'm so proud of everyone who came up because it's not easy.
No,
it's a little scary, and I can tell like I've been in that position where I've met people I look up to and I'm all nervous and whatever.
Yeah.
There was one Reptile Girly in particular who I guess we recruited, for lack of a better word, at the last show in spring. And if you don't know, when we go to these, we're always like working the floor of like, do you like podcasts? Are you a Reptile Girly? Right? And we're trying to see if people would be interested in tuning in.
Half the point we go to these, I mean, not even half, more than half the reason we go to these and why we try to vend some shows is because we want to bring in more girlies into the community. Like that's the whole purpose.
Absolutely. So I guess we had like recruited her.
Recruiting is the funniest word, but it's not wrong.
Encouraged her to listen. How about that?
We met her at the last show.
And she started listening to the podcast and like fell in love with it. Right?
Yes.
And this is the funny part. So she has a roommate, and her roommate's boyfriend, I guess, was already a pod listener. And she didn't put two and two together that our pod was the pod that he was listening to about this like girly reptile podcast. And so she was like, oh my gosh, I just met them, right? This whole thing. And then her roommate at the time, or they're still roommates, but at the time the roommate was like super like me about reptiles, right? Of like, she had a leopard gecko and she was like, I don't know. And I was like, which is too funny. Or maybe it was a bear dragon. No, it was a leopard gecko. Now the roommate has a bear dragon. So we pass out stickers for these. And I was like, okay, time out. Because I already given her a sticker. I was like, you need a sticker for the roommate. You need a sticker for the roommate's boyfriend. And she was there with a guy. I was like, you need a sticker too? And he's like, yeah. I was like, here's your sticker. I was like,
stickers for everyone.
Everyone needs a podcast sticker. But like, how cool is that for like you to be like, hey, check us out. And they're like, meh. So I'm sure some never check us out.
And technically, we may have recruited you, but you recruited your roommate in a way. So
if you're listening to this and we talk to you at this show, thank you so much for listening. And I hope you're sticking around and you're liking what you're hearing. Another thing we did, though, speaking of the stickers, is beginning of day 2, I go to the ladies' restroom, right?
Oh, yes.
And I was like, we're at a reptile expo. I'm in the ladies' restroom. We are a girly reptile podcast. And I go up to you and Logan, and I'm like, is it like, I don't know, bad idea or like rude or
I think you were like, is it weird if I put stickers in the ladies' restroom? And I immediately was like, no.
And then Logan's like, guerrilla marketing. So I take some podcast stickers and I put a couple by the sinks. Not a ton. It was like maybe 20 stickers in total, right? Because I'm like, okay, get this. You're at a reptile expo, you're washing your hands, and you see this pink and purple sparkly podcast sticker.
Personally.
Yeah. So anyways.
So if you are here because you found our sticker in the ladies restroom at NARBC Dallas in 2025.
I need you to drop it in the comments.
We're going to need you to let us know if that's how you found us, because we're very curious if that worked with anyone.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know. Because back when I was trying to grow Neptune the Chameleon, I would put some of my Neptune stickers by the ticket booth.
Yes.
And I asked, right? I was like, hey, is it cool if I leave these stickers here? Because you're buying your ticket and you're like, ooh, what's this? Chameleon.
I'd grab stickers for sure.
And they're free. So, and I told whoever was working the ticket booth, I'm like, they can take whatever. They're like, oh, do they have? I was like, nope. Take them. I don't care. You know, that's what they're there for.
That's the whole point.
But that was really special too. Now I want you to talk about when we have people come back with pets that they've got, because I know this is one of our favorites.
This is my favorite. So we always tell people. So a lot of the times, whether somebody's coming up and saying hi to us, or if like we grab them off the aisle and, you know, we're asking them about their podcast preferences, like no matter what the case may be, one of the things I always say is if they, in that conversation, if they mention like, you know, one of the things we ask is like, oh, like, are you looking for anything? Like, are you...
Okay, yes, that.
Yeah.
But one that's special for me is we'll say, do you have any reptiles? And they say, not yet.
Yeah, it is my favorite.
And then I'm like,
my favorite.
Ooh, well, what are you interested in getting?
Yeah.
And then they'll say a species, crested gecko, for example.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, are you going to get one today?
Yeah.
And then sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no. But then when they come back around, either planning or not planning, Well,
Yep.
not that they weren't planning, but like
Yep.
they weren't sure if today was going to be the day or not. So it's like my favorite is the first reptile
Yes.
people, but then you also have people who already have species.
Right, which is just as fun. But I always tell people, like, when we have that first initial conversation with them, and usually it's like earlier in the morning, right? Like if they tell us that they're looking for something, or if they're like, oh, not yet, or whatever, one of the things that I always try to make sure and tell people is, okay, well, if you get anything, come back and show us.
Yes.
And the reason being is because when we vend the shows, like, unfortunately, we like don't get to walk around that much. We kind of have to be like at the booth, like
We're working.
that's our job. So like we don't really get to go around and see all the animals as much when we're working the booth. And so I always tell them, I'm like, I literally need to see the animals. So like, please bring them to me. And that's like one of my favorite things. So when they come back around, it's so freaking special because they're so excited to show us.
Yes. And bringing it back full circle, Reptile Girly, I know you have been doing so much research.
Yes.
Saving up your
Yes.
hard-earned money, right? Like you're doing your research on your breeders. Like you've got your enclosure set up. Like I know firsthand, you know
Yep.
firsthand
Yep.
the time and money that went into making this decision. It's a lot. I also know you're going to show up to work on Monday and none of your coworkers are going to care.
Yeah.
They're going to pretend. They're going to pretend to be excited.
Yep.
You're going to hit up your girlfriends in your group chat and be like, guess what, guys? I just got this.
They're going to be like,
You know,
oh, cool.
but they're not going to get it.
No.
Not the same way we get it.
So trust us. We will
So
be so ready to
When
hype
you
up.
bring that little crested gecko
Yeah.
back, it's not just we want to see the animals.
No.
Of course we want to see the animals.
Of course.
But it's like being able, girly to girly, being like, I'm so excited for you
Yes.
because I know everything that went into this and I know everything, not literally, but you know what I'm saying, that's going to happen after this. Like, I
100%.
know the journey you're about to go on and like the relationship you're going to
Yep.
build with this animal, the pride you're going to feel, the highs, the lows, you're
Yep.
going to feel like we've experienced that in our own, you know, like we've both gone expo animals
Oh, yeah,
before.
yeah.
And like, how cool is that to go home with your, like, either it's your first reptile or that species you've been like really wanting. So for me, that's what's really special.
100%.
Because like you're gonna go home and like you're gonna tell your parents about it or
And
your
you're gonna
roommate
get
about
like,
it.
and you're gonna get like a nice response.
Yeah.
But like not as enthusiastic as
This
you
is
probably
why
want.
in
Like,
our description of the podcast, it's like your friends love and support you, but do you ever feel like you're the wow type of girl, right? Because like our girlfriends hype us up,
Oh, yeah,
right? And they're excited
absolutely.
for us. They don't get it though.
yeah. And that's okay. Like I don't expect them to get it.
You don't
but
get it unless you're also reptile girly.
But you want that. You want some people in your life to like get as excited about it
Yeah.
as you are, and support you in that way. And
Absolutely.
it's very exciting. So it's very, very special anytime. And I look forward to it also because there's nothing I love more than watching somebody come down the aisle towards us with a container
deli cup.
with a deli cup in their hand, and the light and the joy in their
That's what I'm
eyes.
saying.
Is like the greatest feeling.
Especially when it's your first reptile. Because I'm like,
yes.
you can be a reptile girly without having reptiles, to be incredibly clear. But you hit a new level of reptile girly
Oh, yeah.
when you have a reptile.
Absolutely.
So that's like really, really special and definitely
It's-
one of my favorites.
It's truly one of it's a hard toss up between that moment and just meeting the reptile girlies in general. Like those two things really just mean the world to us. So
I also have to give an honorable mention to some of the names I heard.
Yes.
Because when we ask, like, do you have any reptiles, right? And then people, like, lift off species, and then I'll ask about names. Or they just got this brand new one, and I'm like, do you have a name picked out? So one named I think it was a crested gecko. It was like a red, lily white looking
I remember
thing.
this one.
And she got the female. She already had the male. And she named it Tonic. No, Gin.
it was either Jen or Tonic, but the other
was
one
the
was
first-
the opposite.
Oh, which one was the first name?
I think Jen was the first name.
Okay.
So
I
she
think
already
the
had
male
Jen,
was Gin, and then the female was Tonic.
which is so cute.
And because she's like, I was like, do you have a name? And she's like, yeah, Tonic. And I was like,
That's interesting.
cool, like cool name, but
yeah,
like,
but like where'd that come from?
yeah. And they're like, oh, because the other one's Gin. And I was like, oh. And you know me, I love a good couple's name. I have Venus and Neptune.
yeah.
I had Apollo and Luna, right? Like, I love a good couple's name.
We're so excited to introduce the Reptile Girlies to our favorite reptile-friendly coffee and tea brand, Cold Blood Caffeine. Our favorite thing about them is that they donate 5% of all their proceeds to wildlife conservation to ensure reptiles and amphibians have a place to call home in the wild, as well as in our homes.
And if you know me, you know I'm obsessed with herbal teas. So for any of our fellow tea lovers, they source some of the highest quality loose leaf teas in the world.
Cold-Blooded Caffeine offers a wide variety of coffee like their Rainforest Blend, single origin options, and collaborations with some of the biggest names in the reptile world.
For 25% off your first order, use code WILDTYPE at coldbloodedcaffeine.com. Are you looking for a new enclosure for one of your reptile babies? Be sure to check out Cages with a K. Each enclosure is made to order by their team in Minnesota, which means they can even do custom builds.
The enclosures are made from high-quality PVC with tempered glass doors allowing for superior heat and humidity retention. They offer screen tops, side vents, and belly heat customization options to ensure the ideal setup for any environment.
So whatever dream home you want built, Cages has you covered. Use code WILDTYPE50 to get $50 off any order over $300 at reptilecages.com. Okay, Neptune, what are your top 2 feeder bugs for all your critters?
Dubious for protein and black soldier fly larvae for lots of calcium.
Simpton offers a wide variety of insects like silkworms, dubia roaches, waxworms, and our favorites, black soldier fly larvae.
I've also heard the entomologists at Simpton have customized the diet of their black soldier fly larvae to maximize their calcium content, so there's no need to dust them with calcium.
So if you're interested in trying them out, use code TheWildType at SimptonBSF.com for 15% off your order.
This is something that cracked me up, though. I met someone who had a pied veil chameleon named Mustache.
Oh, I remember this one. Yes.
Okay, because the pied had like white lips, so it kind of looked like a milk mustache. And I was like,
That's
I've
adorable.
literally never heard anyone.
I love the random names that people come up with. Like,
Okay, but it wasn't random.
No.
Because
but
literally that same day, I meet someone who has a crested gecko, and I was like, "What's their name?" And they're like, "Mustache." Literally in the same day, like this is what, an hour or two apart. And I was like,
that's so crazy. I didn't even realize that.
and I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, because they look like they have a milk mustache." I was like, "You're kidding me."
That's
I had never heard anyone
hilarious.
name their reptile milk mustache. And they're like, "Yeah, we call him Stash for short." I was like, "That's the cutest thing ever."
That's adorable.
But I literally had never heard that. So I literally met 2 people with reptiles named Mustache.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I could totally see that also for like a boa constrictor because boas have that tiny little like
A lot of
black
reptiles
line on
do,
them.
yeah.
I could totally see that.
Yeah.
So freaking cute.
It's also fun when you guys bring gifts.
I know, it's so sweet. We never like, it's not something we expect or
No.
necessarily like want or ask for it. Like it's genuinely so shocking to us. Like
Yes.
how
I'm like,
so,
that's either
like,
your time, your money, or both.
yeah,
Right?
100%.
Because we've had people like make stuff for us, buy stuff for
Yeah.
us. This was a cute little crocheted
so cute.
chameleon, which was the most adorable thing. And so I also got to meet a lot of people who were like Neptune the Chameleon fans, who
sure,
were like
yeah.
checking in on the babies.
Oh, everybody, that was like one of first off, when people say that, when people come up and are like, "How are the babies?" I'm like, "You're a real one.
You know.
You get it." I immediately clock that when people say that. I'm like, "You're a real
I
one."
was like, "Thank you for asking. My children are great."
They're doing great.
No, we were talking to Matt from Pangea, and I don't know what the context was. I think it was like how busy we were. I was like, "Yeah," and then I had the babies, and he thought I was talking about like a human
He was
baby.
like, "Did I miss 9 months?"
I was like, no, the chameleon. And he's like, oh, yeah.
That was so funny. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so that was a good time.
man.
But yeah, so thank you for anyone who like came up and said
Yeah.
hi. Also, some of you were asking me about my boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
Because we have to talk about that real
We
quick.
gotta talk about that for a
Because this was
second.
his very first time to a reptile expo, period.
Yay.
Now, what's cool about him is he's like a big animal guy, and he
Yeah.
has actually had like
Right.
reptiles
I forget this.
in a
Yes.
past life.
Yes.
He had a tortoise that like he definitely bit off more than he could chew.
For
Right.
sure.
So he ended up
For
rehoming it to like a tortoise sanctuary, whatever.
Which is an ideal place to rehome.
for sure.
So
I'm like,
good
thank
on
you for
him.
recognizing that.
Good on him.
I don't know why you thought that it was going to take your tortoise a long time to get bit. Anyway, separate conversation.
Other issues.
Separate conversation. Point being is he's not like totally new to reptiles.
Yeah,
I guess.
he's at least had one.
And he's like seen my, chameleon.
He was there. He was there when the first clutch hatched
Yes.
at the Ren Fair.
Yes, he
you
saw the very
know,
first baby.
So.
So anyways, so like this was his first time going to an expo, and I tried very hard to like prepare him. I was like, this is what you're gonna expect. This is how it's gonna go down. I'm also working. So like I can step away for like what were we going for, like an hour maybe?
Maybe.
You know, and
Yeah.
kind of like walk through the aisles and stuff like that. So he absolutely loves the tortoises.
Which you do too.
I do too, but I'm like, do not hold a baby sulcata.
Yeah, don't do it.
Because once you do,
You're screwed.
you're hooked.
You're hooked, and that thing gets over 100
Yes.
pounds.
They sell them for $50 and the cutest little things.
It's crazy.
So I told him, I was like, we can very much discuss adopting an elderly tortoise because I feel like that is like
Yes.
the way to go. But
you've also always said that.
I do think I need to move though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't have it at your current house.
Yeah.
For sure not.
I need like some more elbow room and like, you know.
Well, because you've got a dog and it's
Yeah.
a whole thing. So yeah. But you could definitely have one in the future, and you could build a really cool like outdoor pen for it. Like it could be really a fun
That's what I'm saying.
project. Like I fully expect you to have at least 1 or 2 tortoises in the future.
Yes. So that was really cool. My like chameleon breeding mentor, Righty's Rainforest, they vend that show. So got to say hi.
They're
I
the
like
best.
brought him over to introduce. They like pulled out one of their juvenile males to like show him because he's never seen, this breaks my heart. He's never seen adult panther chameleon because he never met
I
Neptune.
hate that.
And so he's only seen like these babies, and then he's seen Venus Luna and my
Yeah.
veiled foster comet. But I'm like, but that's not an adult male panther chameleon,
Yeah.
which is like truly so magical.
I think he pulled out his. I popped over there after you guys did, and I think
Yeah.
he pulled out the same one, and it was a stunner too. So
Right.
for that, I mean, it was cool that he got to see that.
So he's like showing it, and like this chameleon was like a little like puffy, you know, a little defensive. And then my boyfriend, okay, hold up your hand like you're the chameleon. He's like, is that a bar? And like gets so close because he's like, which he is correct. Yes, it's a bar.
Yes.
And I'm like, good job, honey. Like that is
Proud of you, but also don't poke
But
the
I'm like,
chameleon.
he didn't actually touch it, but he got so close of what was already a defensive
Did he puff
chameleon.
up and freak out?
He
even
already
more?
was though. I was like, he will bite you.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful.
I'm like, I know we just talked about how like chameleons don't have a ton of defense mechanisms, but he will in fact bite you.
they
and
will
you
bite.
just got all up in his personal space, so I'm gonna need you to just, you know,
back it up.
keep
back
the
it
finger
up.
pointing at a
At
distance.
a minimum.
But I was like, good job, honey. Yes, those
Oh,
are bars.
man.
That is correct. So I think he had a great time. He's
Yeah.
like, that's exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
He was saying how there's like a lot of snakes, which is
Oh,
like,
of course.
there's a lot of
Yes.
ball pythons at these shows.
A lot of ball pythons.
But I think he had a good time. We put him to work helping
We
like tear
did.
down
The
the booth.
How cute were he and Logan in their matching wild type
Yeah.
shirts? They got matching green
They
shirts.
picked those out all by themselves too.
separately. But then I got the cutest picture of them.
They're
they
both just
were
hanging out.
sitting on our little like expo podcast stools, and I looked at them and I was like, "Hey guys, I'm taking a picture." And they both kind of like put their hands on their hips, and it's so cute.
It was funny though because people would come up and they'd want to like take a picture. We want to include them in our video clip, and we're like, boys, we need you to.
No, multiple times I was like, "Get out of the booth, boys!"
Because we're trying to use our sparkly wall and have this like cute picture.
I was like, "You're in the way."
I'm like, I need you to exit the booth.
Yeah, get out.
Girls only. No.
Yeah.
No, it was a good time. So thank you everybody who came
Truly,
out.
thank you guys so much. It means so much to us, and we just, I never want to stop doing it.
That is our only show for the remainder of
Yes.
the year. We do have some in the works for next year, so be on the lookout. We will always announce them in advance, and we do try to hit like a couple a year. But like I said, take some planning,
Yes.
you know,
I also
PTO.
now that I don't work for myself, it's a little different.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I only have so many vacation days.
I know. So TBD, but we'll definitely let you guys know when the next one is that we're going to be at. We've already got a couple in mind, so we will definitely keep you posted.
Perfect.
Was there anything else we needed to like recap on?
Oh, one thing. We did an interview with Vanessa.
Yes.
If you haven't it'll be the episode before this, most likely.
Yeah.
Just a quick highlight. Vanessa is a reptile girly, but she also
Yes.
is a pet shop owner. She helps run NARBC and is an avid, like, I don't know, member of USARC. If member of the right word?
Yeah, she like volunteers with them and does
Yeah.
does a lot of work.
Does
with
a lot of
USARC.
work with them.
Yeah.
So if you want like the perspective of like a pet shop owner and fellow reptile girly who also just started dating a guy who's
Yeah.
not into reptiles, right? I think that was a really fun interview. And so check that out if you haven't already. We filmed that like while we were at the show.
Yes.
So
So, and if you want a little bit of it is a little bit of a different episode than our usual podcast, just because A, we're interviewing someone, B, we're in person at an expo. So there's a little bit of like background expo noise and all that good stuff. So definitely check it out. It's a little different from our usual vibe. So we always try it. We like to do, anytime we do interviews, we really want to make sure it's in person like that. So we're very excited about that one. It was
How
fun.
are we doing on time?
On
I can't read
time,
it.
we are at 47 minutes. Look at us go.
So I think we have time then for your gift.
We do.
Okay, so you held on to your wolf spire story, which was
I did.
insane. I got you a gift just because I wanted you to open on the pod because I think I think you guys will enjoy her reaction, but I think you guys will, like, you know us well enough to know why this gift is a good gift for you.
I'm so confused. You're also such a good gift giver, and sometimes
I
it
am
makes
a
me
superb
feel you're
gift
a
giver.
superb gift giver, and sometimes it makes me feel not like a good gift giver.
Not all of us can be awesome gift givers. Okay?
Fine.
But this is my thing before we get into this. So, and actually tying this back to the expo, there was a lady who came to our booth, bought a Bite Me t-shirt for her friend. Like, saw
that's
it,
so
thought of her
sweet.
friend, and I literally, you were like chatting with somebody,
Yeah, I
like,
don't remember this.
someone else, and I like was hanging out
Sometimes
with
we have to split up.
Yeah, divide and conquer. So I was chatting with this lady, and I was like, she doesn't know it yet. She doesn't you. But like, I also got her a gift just because. Because when you see something that like reminds you of your friend, like one of my friends got me a Christmas Dalmatian soap dispenser.
Oh, yes.
One of those, like,
fabulous.
you just see it and you're like, that's perfect for this person.
Yes.
There's no birthday. There's no occasion. There's no holiday. You just like, yeah, I'm going to get this for them.
That's kind of how I feel. I definitely have done that before, just randomly. But anytime I go on vacation, and likely you're watching at least one, if not multiple, of my critters.
Usually.
Yeah. But I always make it a point to, like, whenever I'm on that vacation, I'm like, okay, I got to find something for you. Because not because I feel obligated, but because it's now something I like to do.
Yeah.
And I usually like to find you like a keychain. And so finding a cool keychain for you and shopping for that is always one of my favorite little things.
Keychains.
Yes.
Yeah. No, for sure. And I'm never one to like force gifts. Like, I don't like to get gifts just for the sake of getting it.
Yeah.
But if I see something, then I'm like, done.
I'm going to go for it. Yeah.
So I have it wrapped.
I'm so excited. She shows up. I didn't know she did this. And she shows up to my house with a bag. And I'm not going to lie. I did have the thought. I was like, is this for Logan? Because he helped us so much. I was like, that's really nice, but you don't have to do that.
No, I didn't do that.
I know. I was like, that's what
That
I
would
thought.
have been a nice gesture. No, I didn't.
That was literally what I thought when you walked up. I was
No,
like, is
I
this for Logan? Okay, let's see. It's like a shirt of some kind. So excited. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is so freaking cute. Not only, oh my God, it's so me in so many ways.
Okay, show the listeners.
Okay, it's a crew neck, which I also love. I love crew necks. But it's got a little ghosty, and the little ghosty has a can of Dr. Pepper. I love him. He's so cute.
Isn't that the cutest thing?
I could literally cry. He's so cute. Oh my God, I love him. Now I'm going to wear this on our Halloween episode.
You're welcome.
I'm so excited. I love you so much. This is the best.
That's what I'm like, I need to get this.
If I saw something like this, I absolutely would have gotten it for you too.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like, if there was a little sweater with like a peep on it or something, you know.
Trust
like,
me, I've already been thinking about your birthday gift already this year, so it's fine.
I know. I did. I was like, this would be good. Like,
where did you find
Christmas
this?
or Etsy?
Oh, yes.
Like birthday gift. But I'm like, like you need it for spooky season.
Obviously.
And guys, we are
Obviously.
still in early September at the time of
Yes.
filming this.
Yes.
So she has plenty of time
Plenty of time.
to wear it. But yeah,
I'm
it's a
so
little ghosty
excited.
because you're obviously spooky season. And if
Of
you've listened to the
course.
pod, you
You
guys
know.
know she's big Dr.
get
Pepper.
it.
So
Big Dr. Pepper girly. Oh my God, I literally I'm like antsy. I like want to put it on. It's so cute.
yes, and I got you size large.
Because you know I like my sweaters big. Appreciate you.
I know, even though you just got a sweater that was like an XL.
I did double XL. I got real big with that one. I went crazy with it.
And I was like,
no, this is perfect.
Maybe
I'm
I
so
should have
excited.
gotten the XL.
No, I'm so excited.
yeah.
Oh, you're the best. I
try.
love him. He's so cute.
Superb gift giver.
You're an incredible gift giver, always.
My title remains intact.
It absolutely does. I mean, I never question it.
I'm so excited because that
Oh
came
my goodness.
on Wednesday.
Oh, wow. So
It
you've
is
been holding
now-
on to this too, yeah.
Wait, no. Oh, okay. Rewind. On Wednesday, it said it was going to be delivered soon. So it got delivered, I want to say Friday or Saturday. It was
Okay.
right around the expo.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I love him so much. He's so cutie. And I've already been planning my Halloween nails. And he's going to go so well.
Oh, we need to talk about your nails.
We didn't talk about the nails.
Okay, we'll do that. And
Yes.
then we'll wrap up.
Very quickly. I currently have some of the coolest nails I think I've ever had. They're so fantastic.
Do these trump the butterfly nails?
I don't know. It's a really
Because the butterfly
close.
nails were very high on the
I
list.
know. The butterfly nails and I would
And
say
then also the olive green.
those were so cool.
Turtle
the
set.
tortoise. Yeah. I think these might be my favorite. But I always say
Oh.
that. And it was funny because and it's so hilarious because multiple of the Reptile Girlies this weekend actually saw my nails, geeked out over them just like I did. But at least 2 or 3 of the girlies said, Rosie killed those. And I'm like, wow, Rosie doesn't even know she's famous at this point.
Yes. So did you go in with this design?
I did. So this
Okay.
was one, she and I now have a cadence. I book an appointment and then she messages me and is like, what are you thinking? And then I send her something or she sends me something and then we decide. So usually I go into my appointments knowing what I'm going to get because we've discussed.
Yeah.
And so I had sent her this one before. And what's so funny, and I've told you guys this, she's kind of picky. So I'll send her stuff sometimes. And if I get an immediate yes back, that means she thinks it's cool.
Okay. that's
Because
good.
if she doesn't think it's super cool, she'll send me screenshots of what she thinks I should do instead.
She's like, that's nice, honey.
She's
do
like,
this.
That's cute. I'd rather do this.
So did this get a yes?
This got a yes. And
Okay.
so I was very excited. So basically it's pink tips, like a very pretty
Pink French tips?
light pink French tips. And then on top, and then there's a thin gold outline around the
Pinstripe.
pink. Thank you, pinstripe. Around the pink. And then there's different designs on each one. So on my pinky, there's a leaf, and the leaf is in black. And then one of them has like a crescent moon. One of them has a really cool eye silhouette. One has a little black snake, and one has like a spiral sun situation.
Yep.
And then underneath those, they've got a couple of colors. Like the eyeballs has some blue. The snakes have a little orange dot. The moon has a couple little yellow dots, and the leaf has like some little green dots. And then there's on top of that, there's
Yep.
even a couple like little black dots. So it's
Yep.
a lot going on. I have posted my transition, and by the time this comes out I'm going to be posting it on the Wild Type Instagram. So be sure
Yeah.
and check that out. But they're so freaking cool.
They're legit.
And I have to share this too very
Yeah.
quickly. Rosie also hooked me up with my very first Labubu.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And that was very exciting.
Yes.
Because I had not wanted to go through the hassle of trying to get one on Pop Mart. I thought they were cute, but I wasn't die hard into wanting it. But at my last appointment, she told me, she was like, well, I just ordered a bunch of Labubus if you want one. And I was like, oh, cool. But she has a kid. So I wasn't sure if I would actually get it. So when I messaged her about these, she was like, if you still want the Labubu, I got it. And I think I could tell she had opened the box and I had told her that I wanted a pink one. So I think she made sure that I got
Nice.
a pink one, which was so sweet.
Nice. Yeah, I'll be getting my nails done this weekend probably.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to time it. You know how it goes of
Yeah.
if you get them done here, then you're going to want them redone here. And then you
Yeah.
have to carry the one and cross your T's and dot your I's.
And you're trying to figure out your birthday nails coming up and all this stuff.
Yes.
So you're trying to plan accordingly.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
And my Halloween nails, because I'm going to do fall nails, Halloween nails, go from there. But yes. And then one last thing, final thing to announce. The next episode will be our 100th episode. You always do a good job at that.
Thank you.
100th episode. So do not miss it. There will be giveaways. We are still figuring out what we're going to talk about.
Yes.
But we promise it'll be good.
It will be good. And I can't believe we've done 100 episodes.
Yep.
That's absolutely
We're
wild.
celebrating. Yeah, we have confirmed the giveaways though.
Yes,
so
yes, those are confirmed. So stay
Yes.
tuned.
They're good. Don't you worry.
They're really exciting. So just be very excited.
Yeah. Be very excited. So anyways, be on the lookout for that. That'll come out next week. Otherwise, do you want to take us home?
Yes, absolutely. As always, you guys can follow us on all of the things at the Wild Type Podcast everywhere. You can follow me at Lyssa Slizzards everywhere.
You can check me out, Neptune the Chameleon.
Be sure to check out our fabulous, very exciting new merch designs. And you can always, as always, do our early access on Spotify or Patreon. So be sure to check out all of our links and don't miss any of our promo codes and things like that in our ads. We understand skipping ads, but we've got some good discount codes in there, so check those out.
Yes.
And we will see you girlies in the next one.
100 episodes. Okay, bye.
Bye.